Hello, sunshine. If you are ready to get the recognition that you deserve, well, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Rise and Shine, the weekly live stream that helps you show up and shine as the unique, brilliant superstar that you are. I am Nika Stewart, and I am your biggest fan, and I am your host, and I'm excited that you're here with me. Today, we are talking about something that is not really, it won't seem like it's one of my typical topics. I'm not going to be talking specifically about how to get more visibility with video and online, but it is how you get more visibility because today I'm kind of doing this show as a way to give back because you, my friends, my followers, my subscribers, my audience, my viewers have been so instrumental in helping me get through what I have gone through over the last year. Now, the world has gone through something crazy, weird. So I know you have gone through something over the last year and a half. We all have. In addition, many of you know my story. If you're reading the status update on this video, on this live stream, then you may know that bottom line, right before the pandemic and the lockdown, I got a cancer diagnosis, and each of the tests showed that it was a little bit scarier than we originally thought. I'm going to share a bit about that story, but mostly what I want to share with you is how to take something, any challenge in your life, and it can be something as scary as a life-threatening illness or something that just feels overwhelming and tough. And just so you know, sometimes I have days where I will feel like this is such a challenge. Something is really challenging. And then I think about it and I'm like, this is nothing. But when you're going through it, I know it feels challenging no matter what it is. It can be something that other people may think seems silly or little, but it is not when you are going through something tough. So if you are going through something tough right now, this show will be super helpful for you. If you are not, I'm so happy for you. This show will be super helpful for you. In fact, don't take it for granted that you don't have to think about these things. I know that the reason I was able to get through something that most people have said to me, how did you do it that way? That seems impossible. And the way I got through a scary time with positivity and joy was because I practiced these things that I'm going to share with you, even when I'm not going through a tough time. It just has become habits for me. And I think that it's not difficult. It's just thinking about I'm going to share 3 things with you. And you've heard of these things, and I'm going to share them with a little tweak. So if you want to feel better and transform any challenge into wild, amazing joy, then grab your coffee, because it's time to rise, and it's always time to shine. So let's do this. Okay, welcome back to Rise and Shine. I want to tell you, so today I'm going to talk about 3 ways that you can transform challenges into joy, how you can triumph over difficult situations, how you can take something that feels like an unexpected setback and have it be one of your biggest successes. When I learned about my diagnosis, I obviously was devastated and scared. And what happened over the next, I guess, 1 year or so, things actually got worse in the beginning, but my attitude and what I did to get through it was so helpful that I never felt like, I say I was devastated, but it was a momentary, like, oh my God, this feels unreal. And I immediately realized, like I was saying, it becomes instinctual. It has become an instinct for me to immediately go to, I know how to turn this into something bigger and better. And there are three ways that I've done that. So why am I telling this? So to give you a sort of a quick overview of what I went through, I found out that I had a very tiny spot, is what the test results said. That there was a tiny spot, and I asked a doctor, and the doctor said that sounds like something that is it's common, unfortunately, and it's very easily removed. So I'm very glad that that's what I thought in the beginning, because it gave me time to get used to it. Like, I have cancer, but it's a curable, very small cancer. Unfortunately, that test was done incorrectly, and I had to go for many more tests, and each of the tests came back with, it's bigger than we originally thought, and we need more tests. So it went from, here's a small dot that we need to cut out, and you'll like a few months from now, you'll think like this was like a haircut. That's what the doctors kept saying. It's like a haircut. Removing a piece of your breast with cancer is like a haircut. It was all male doctors who said that, by the way. Each test after that showed, no, it's not that tiny. You're going to need a larger amount cut out, and then we'll see. And then another test showed, no, it actually spread. It's a little further than just that area. It's scattered throughout your whole breast. Another test then showed, no, it spread a little further. It's not just in your breast. So it went from a tiny little dot to be cut out to, we need to remove it. Final thing is, we need to amputate and remove both of your breasts and a part of under your arm. And even after that, the tests came back and showed that, yes, it was worse than we originally thought. So now that we've removed all that, and we don't know if it's spreading, and we don't know if there's anything left, you need to go through 5 months of chemotherapy, then recover from that and go through daily radiation for 6 weeks, and then take some pills that are going to kind of affect you for about 10 years, which is what I'm still going through right now. So, like I said, I think it was a blessing for me that things started slowly, instead of getting taking a test and then having the results come back saying, this is pretty bad and you should be scared. Instead of that, it said, it's just a little dot. And then it's a little more. And so I had time to get used to each of these things as we moved forward. To me, I think that's a real blessing. So speaking of seeing that as a blessing, the number one thing that I want to share with you is, when you are going through any challenge, does not have to be as scary as a cancer diagnosis. Any challenge that you are going through, and we're all going through something at any time, right? When you are going through a challenge, the first thing I want to share with you is gratitude makes it easier. You know that gratitude is a good thing. I know you've heard that you should feel gratitude. You should be consciously identifying things that you are grateful for. I know I've gone through different times in my life where I had journals where I would write down 3 things I'm grateful for in the morning and 3 things I'm grateful for in the evening. And I got really good at getting, it always starts, I think, with all of us. Well, what are you grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for my home. I have a place to live. I'm grateful for enough food to be healthy. I'm grateful for my legs because I can move. I'm grateful for my loved ones, my parents, my spouse, my friends. It starts with like the big things. And then I have always started getting really more kind of getting into the minutia. Like, I stopped for gas today. I am so grateful for people who work at the gas station. Here in New Jersey, by the way, we don't pump our own gas. We're not allowed to. So it's always full service. Those of you elsewhere in the country and in the world probably don't even know what this is, but we don't pump our own gas. So if I'm driving up and it's raining out or it's snowing, it's freezing, I drive up and someone comes up and puts the gas in my car. I'm very grateful for that. Thank God, thank goodness there are people who are willing to work to do things that are helpful to me, that help me get through my day. Thank goodness I am so grateful for my car that has 4 wheels that are working today. Thank God, thank goodness I am feeling grateful and thankful for the person at the supermarket who I saw bend down and pick something up for someone who dropped something because it gave me a good feeling. What millions of things can you feel grateful for? That is step 1 in gratitude. But here's another level. And this is where I think most people think it's tough or not possible. And this is one thing that got me through the whole cancer journey. What are you grateful for about your situation? So for me, it was, why am I grateful? Why am I grateful for cancer? Why am I thankful that I got this diagnosis and have to go through this? It seems a little impossible to feel that there excuse me, that there are actually things to be grateful for about cancer. I even posted a video about that, 3 reasons why cancer has been a wonderful experience. And there are people who said, this is ridiculous. How could it be a wonderful experience? Well, it was. And there are reasons why it was for me. Can you be grateful for the challenge that you are going through? So step 1 is to feel grateful for all the things that just are in life that you should feel grateful for, because the more you feel grateful for, the more you have to feel grateful for. That's just a fact. So identify and feel gratitude for things in your life. And when you are going through a challenging situation, identify the reasons that you are grateful for the challenge. One of the reasons for almost any challenge, I think any challenge, is that it makes you a stronger person. I am grateful for this challenge because I am becoming stronger. We don't become stronger without challenges. If you don't get out of your comfort zone, you don't get stronger. I'm grateful for this challenge because I'm becoming a stronger person. Chag Sameach, Richard. So good to see you. And thank you for all of your wonderful comments. I love that you're chatting with each other too. From all over the country, I have a community chatting with each other on YouTube. Great to see you. So this is about gratitude. And since I mentioned gratitude as something that I've journaled about, and I have journals that sometimes I look at from years ago, and it's really, really fun to look back at things that I wrote down I was grateful for. Like I said, it always starts with like the big things. I'm so grateful for my husband. I'm so grateful for my house. I'm so grateful for my car, for my food. And when you can get into the nitty gritty and really be grateful for little things that happen all day long, and be grateful for the challenge you are going through at this time, it becomes easier. And speaking of journals, I have come up with a journal for you as my way of sharing amazing ways to get through challenges. So if you're interested, it's available for pre-order, but it isn't shipping for about 4 to 6 weeks, but I am offering it at cost. My cost, including the shipping and the handling charges that I am paying, I am just charging you approximately what I am paying for all of it. So $25 for the journal, no shipping additional. I'm paying for all of that. Just type in #journal. And I will send you a link for that. I would love to get this into your hands because it is how I got through the most challenging time in my life, and it will help you. no matter what you're going through. So, excuse me, that was gratitude. Number 2, let's talk about silver linings. Can you find silver linings? I like to call this the rim around the drink. So it's like the sugar rim on your margarita. I like salt. So I have a salt rim on my margarita that makes things more tasty. If you have a bitter drink to swallow, put a little sugar on the rim of your drink and it makes it easier to swallow. That's for me what a silver lining is. So you have a difficult situation, your bitter drink to swallow. Can you find silver linings? And just like with gratitude, and I had like you think of things that you're grateful for, and then you think of reasons you're grateful for this challenging situation. I want to give you 2 levels of silver linings. So number 1, what good is actually coming from this challenge? Like, what good would you not have if you didn't have this challenge? And I know in some situations, in some very big challenges, it's very, very, very hard to find this. It's very hard to find a silver lining when something just seems really hard. But I want you to trust me that there is a way to find one. And the journal that I have put together helps you figure that out. So for me, when I found out that in 4 weeks I was going to start, in 2 weeks I was going to start chemotherapy, which meant in 4 weeks I was going to start losing all of my hair. Now, as a human, I think that we can all relate to the fact that if you have hair on your head, that you don't want to lose it, that it's a part of your identity. And yes, for me, I can't say it was more of a part of my identity than other people, but I had hair down below my breasts. I had long hair, full hair, and I used it. I sing with a rock band, and I flip it, I push it behind. It's part of my performance. And that is one reason why I always thought, I wish that I could, be brave enough to have one of those cute short haircuts. Like, they're so edgy and they're so cool, but I don't have the courage to cut my hair off. I think that's really brave. I don't have the courage. I need all this. It's my prop. It's a crutch for me. It's part of my identity. Then I found out I was going to lose it all. And I immediately went to, what is the good in that? And the first silver lining that I came up with was, I have 4 weeks now to do that thing that I wish I was brave enough to do. Now I'm brave enough. Now I don't need to be brave enough. It's all going to come off. Why don't I try one of those short haircuts that I always wished I would try? And I did. And that felt really scary and really awesome because I had nothing to lose anymore. So for me, that was the silver lining. I'm going to lose my hair. That's a yucky situation. Silver lining, I get to try a short haircut. Then I went bald. Silver lining, I get to try wigs. I've always wanted to have full purple hair or short, spiky green hair, or, a colorful braids. I always wanted to try it all, but I wasn't going to do that with my hair. I couldn't change every day. Now I can change every day. That's a silver lining for me. Make sense? Yes. So that was one silver lining. The other level of silver linings is your situation can always be worse. A silver lining is that it isn't worse. So for me, one day at chemotherapy, and I knew I was going for 16 yucky sessions over a period of 5 months. So I was counting down because I never felt so sick. And in the beginning, I couldn't even think. Like, after the first session, I couldn't even imagine going through this and getting through 5 months of feeling this way. By the third or fourth session, I was ready to I just need to count down. I need to see those numbers go down. And I was seeing them go down. And one day at chemotherapy, I was chatting with a woman across the room. She was sitting in a different chair, and we're here all with our masks on. We're going through chemo during COVID. And I had brought cupcakes, I believe, for the nurses that day, or something, some pastries. And the nurses were passing them around. And the woman said, "Who are these from?" And the nurse said, "It's her. She only has a few chemo sessions left." And I asked the woman, "How many sessions do you have left?" And she said, "Oh, no, I have to come forever." She had a type of cancer where she was not going to get cured. She was hoping to be in remission at some point, but this was going to be her life. She had to come, I believe, once a month forever. She didn't have an end date. And my whole body went, I am so lucky. I am so lucky to have a protocol of 16 sessions of chemotherapy and then be done. Now, of course, anything could happen, and I may need it, anything could happen, but the protocol for me was 16 sessions, 5 months. That's your last session. I was looking forward to that. She had nothing like that to look forward to. Silver lining. I've heard the phrase, I believe it was in Frankenstein. Was it in the movie something with Frankenstein? A comedy one. It could be worse. It could be raining. And that's what I think. If you're going through something and you say, it could be worse, it could be, I could not have an end date for my chemotherapy. I could not have the ability to cut out this cancer so that it doesn't continue growing. It could be that I don't have a comfortable home to go to cry about this situation. It could be worse. That's a silver lining. So again, the two levels of silver lining for me have been, how is this specific situation exciting? Like what is some good that will come from this situation? For me, it was getting to try short haircuts and loads of wigs. And then how could it be worse? And then you go back to gratitude. I am so grateful that I only have this challenging situation. And now number 3. And this is I think we need to do this every day, all the time. And I call it find the funny. In your challenging situation, find the funny. Find the humor. Bottom line, laughter is really good medicine. It makes anything easier to get through. And I personally believe, I don't have scientific proof, but I am pretty sure that when you laugh through any challenge, you cure the challenge quicker and easier. Again, not scientifically proven. I don't think, maybe it has been. I haven't scientifically proven it, but it worked. It works. Whether you are cured physically or you just have a better attitude, better attitudes get you through things quicker and easier. Laughter is really good medicine. So, 2 levels of finding the funny. Are you ready for these? Number 1, what is funny about your current situation? And how do you find something funny? Like people said to me, cancer is not funny. Actually, I don't know if anyone actually said that to me. The voices in my head said that to me. Like, is this disrespectful to try to find humor in it? But I decided it was for me. I was going to get through my challenge the way that worked for me. And however, love you so much, Richie. Mwah. One of the things to help you find the funny in your situation is, what is it about your challenge that is relatable? So other people would be able to relate to it. I can't button my pants because I gained 10 pounds over COVID, and you feel miserable. Who couldn't relate to that? So, what about it? What about your situation where you're not feeling good about yourself or some unexpected setback happened? What about that is relatable to other people? That's where you can find the funny. When you can relate it to, when other people can relate to you, when you can pull out the part of your challenge that other people can relate to, that's where you can find something funny. One of the videos that I did to amuse myself, really, originally, that then went viral because apparently a lot of people related to it, is when I went bald. After a few weeks, I realized I was still doing things like I'd put on my shirt and I'd pull my hair out like I always did. I always had hair that get caught, I put on my shirt and then I'd have to pull my hair out, but I had no hair. So I'd put my shirt on and go like, and then go, what am I doing? Or I would lean forward to look at something and go like this, even though I had no hair, because I always had hair falling but I had no hair. I'd get out of the shower and grab my towel and flip my head to dry my hair. I have no hair. So I made a video doing those things. And even people with hair were like, yes, that reminds me of, I always go like this to get my glasses, but they're on top of my head. Or I always reach on top of my head because that's all, people related to those things that we have instincts and habits. Our mind and body goes to doing those things because we're so used to it, and then it becomes funny. So that for me was one of the funny situations. In addition, level number 2 of find the funny is just find things to laugh at. And they don't have to have anything to do with your situation. Find things to laugh at. Find funny movies. Make a list of people who make you laugh and call them up and just chat and have a happy conversation, or tell them. Tell me something funny. Give me a funny joke. Tell me something that I could read that's funny. During one of my chemo treatments, I was about to have I was there for a few hours, and there was one part of it that was about 20 minutes long that was the least fun for me. And I knew it was coming up, so I went on Facebook and I posted it. I'm like, I need to laugh. Give me something to smile about. And I had about 150 people type in jokes and funny memes and little funny challenges to look through that would make you give you joy and make you laugh. Find people who make you laugh. Ask your friends to support you and make you laugh. Rent a movie, read a funny book, look for jokes, laugh. I am blessed and grateful, going back to gratitude, that I happen to live with a man who does this all the time. When he just finds funny. He was a professional comedian, which is, obviously then, and in real life, he's just funny. But not just fun, he makes me laugh all the time. And during the hardest parts of my treatment, having him around was a blessing. If you don't have someone you're living with who does that for you, call a friend. Make a list of funny movies. Just find ways to laugh. Laughing is amazing medicine. Yes, I had all that crazy medicine over the last year, and I'm still on these medicines that are giving me side effects, and I hate them. And I have to find ways to laugh every day because laughter gets us through anything. So once again, do you want the journal? I have pre-launched my journal. It is called When Life Hands You Limes, because I like making margaritas. I did not have any margaritas during my whole treatment during that year. Really tough for me. And I don't have them that often, but it is my drink of choice. Margarita with ice, with salt on the rim. When life hands you limes, make a margarita. When life hands you limes, make key lime pie. Turn it into something joyful. You want to get the journal to help you do that? There are 8 sections in the journal with things like how to feel gratitude, how to look for the thing to feel grateful for, how to find the silver lining, how to find the funny, how to get support. It's a journal for you to be filling out anytime you're feeling challenged, and it is guaranteed to make you feel better. Not only make you feel better, but take your challenge and turn it into one of your biggest successes. How is that for powerful? Sorry for the shake. I am loving the fact that I have learned that you can not only get through something difficult, but take it and transform it into something that makes you happier, makes you a stronger person, and something that you can say, I am so grateful for that terrible challenge. I'm so grateful that I had that because I am a more amazing and happy person now. Hashtag journal. Give me a hashtag journal and you can have access to my new journal. And it is coming out in about a month, but if you pre-order it, you get it at cost. Order it now so you can get it at cost because I'm doing a small run in 4 weeks and I want to get this into your hands. So give me an order. I will then send you a confirmation that it's coming to you. Hashtag journal and I'll send you the link. Until next week, my beautiful friends, feel free to write any comments or questions and I will come back and, of course, comment and engage and answer your questions. Don't forget to rise. Don't forget to shine. Don't forget to choose happy. That's my hashtag. Choose happy. Spread joy and shine. Shine your beautiful, unique self unapologetically because the world needs more you. And I will see you next week at noon Eastern Friday for more Rise and Shine and more fun. I love you so much, my friends. Thank you for being you, and thank you for all of your support and love. Take care.